Man, it's been it's been a long time coming. Like these days, it's been crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. The past few months, like this year, it's been crazy. And I know like a lot of y'all can just think back and be like, damn, like how did this year go for y'all, chat? Like this year was kind of crazy for me. I'm not gonna lie. And seeing how everything's just going like insane right now, but life is like we really in danger days for real. Like this was the perfect time. The 10 days of danger, like being day 8. Day 8, chat. If you guys don't remember, we did drop a single some months ago in the summertime. And let's see if you guys know. It's the on JUPE for a while. I said on JUPE for a while. Oh God, it's just called on JUPE, and it parentheses for a while type shit. But like, look, I'm gonna break this beat down for y'all. Before we get into anything else, let's break this beat down.
Damn, Jupe, this you?
Let me tell you the story about this beat in general. So that's when I first got into the crib, you feel me? Like I set up the studio and everything, and I'm like, all right, what's the first thing I'm gonna do? Like, what's the first beat I want to create? I want to like set a tone for the environment. Like, I want to really like start it with like a nice like punch. I want to like kick it off with something nice. And I was like, you know what? It's been some years, like not like probably like a year and some since I had my MIDI keyboard. Like I had to put it away for a while because I was in a smaller space. And when I got my own, I was able to get everything back. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a no loop joint. No loop. And I should get back to that for I don't know why I always instantly go to loops. But I don't know, I just feel like I put loops together like crazy. But yeah, let's see what's really going on now. So this is what I started it with. This is what I started off the chords with. I had a bass line. I put melody on top. And that's all I had. Let's see what else I added on here though. After it bounced out like that. Let's see the sounds I added to it. Oh shit. So it sounds like we put this in a pad right here. This might be this right here. Never mind. I'm over here questioning myself like, did I do that? Did I not? Like, I don't know why I'm tripping. It's been a minute since I broke down this beat, like since I like opened the project. This beat was actually crazy. So look, I turned that into this basically. And I think I added another one on top. And that's probably when I added these in. That's crazy. So I'm pretty sure these are lower. but it doesn't really matter because this is not what I really use for the bass beat. I basically bounced all this out, right? That's what basically made the main loop. But in the main loop, I have timed it, and it might be reversed if I'm not mistaken, or not on this part at least. So let's hear how it sounds without the halftime. All right, yeah, let me turn it up for y'all because I know shit kind of crazy. So yeah, that's basically this all bounced out into one. And so I put the halftime on it, and that's what really gives that tone. But let's actually get in depth with it because I put it in 1.5 timing. I didn't do the original 2. And that's what really gives it that like crazy like keys in there still. Now, once I heard this, I'm like, yeah, I didn't cook up something crazy. If you didn't catch the stream, last stream, I showed what I did with the Flex Mini 2. This plugin slid. But when you listen to the song, you might hear it like later. Crazy word. And changing the colors is probably some of them reversed or probably some of them in different parts of the loop. So yeah, this is the reverse joint. Crazy word. Then it goes back into this one. So that's the loop breakdown. And if y'all waiting for a minute, we can get into the drums now. Cause the drums, I was like geeked to throw the drums on here cause I don't knowing that this shit was finna strike. We finna just go in order. This is usually the way I think about making my beats in general. So first we got the snare. And I'm gonna just do it like without the loop. And then I'll bring the loop in later. Like at the end. I put some tape delay, it's a stock plugin. And I use Ultra Beat for my drums. So this is basically the pattern I put in there. Like you can basically tell by that. Then I'm like, nah, this one needs energy. So I had to add a crash in there. I got like 2 crashes, and that's one thing that I was fucking with in this beat. There was 2 crashes that was like really bouncing off each other. And I'll add the other one too, just to show you the bounce. And to be honest, I wanted to add a snap. I wanted to add a snap. And I'm pretty sure it's in here, but I added the snare on a 4. I'm pretty sure. So I got a clap on a 3, and I got 2 different snares on a 4. I'm gonna show the first snare, then I'm gonna show the second snare. Then I'm gonna show them together. And then it's the snare. Like the clap is only on the first bar in every 4 bars though. Just to give it some variation. Now this is the snares together. Type shit. So I'm like, yeah, that's a nice bounce. I got a nice bounce to it. And then I don't think I added the perks yet. So we're gonna go over this hi-hat. The hi-hat really added a nice bounce to it as well because I didn't want to do nothing too much. You just really have to get the bounce of it. Because when you really just keep it too basic, it's like, all right. But like, if it's basic, but like with a nice bounce, then you'll really get them there. It's like, don't do too much, but just do enough. If you're not really like, you're gonna hear it in the high end. Like you're gonna hear it in the high end of the beat, but the snares and the hi-hats do somewhat clash, but there's a nice space so you can hear it in the track. So I'm gonna mute the snare, the first one I laid down, so you can hear the bounce of the hi-hat. Nice little drill. And that's why, like, and I'm gonna play the snare and the hi-hat alone because it's a nice bounce together. And I did put a few more crashes at the end to give it a little more energy, if you guys didn't peep that. So yeah, that's just variation in the crashes for the drums. And I added some perks just to really give that that feel. And I panned them like in Logic Pro. There's something you can do in the mixing channel. I'm gonna go over there. You have to press Control, and it's gonna say binaural panner. And right here, that's what's gonna give it the, like, you have a different type of control over the sound when it comes down to panning. But that's just a little something. If y'all guys didn't know, there's a stereo pan, so it can be to like a certain area, the mix we want to. You can turn it around to like go like that as well. But yeah, different types of panning. If you think like the regular panning is like getting kind of irritating or getting kind of like boring, you can like switch it up a little. And that's just something I did to switch it up a bit. So I've got a few different perks. I should have named them differently, but now I got here on the C. So I'm gonna play the perks alone so you guys can get a good sound for the perks alone with the snare. Got a shake in there. Another one. Ooh, I like that one. It's like a pretty nice bounce when you mute out almost like every aspect of the beat. So once it's all together, you don't have to worry about anything clashing because you know that it sounds good like this. Once everything comes together, you don't have to worry about it being too much. You just have to worry about the mix being pretty good. So let's get into the kick now. I'm gonna throw the kick on top of the perk and snare. I might throw in the crashes, claps, and snares too. Nice basic. Nice basic kick pattern. But I had to, what 808 did I use? I'm not gonna, I guess I can't see because if I try to look now, it might be too late. I'm gonna change the oh no, it's my 808, the number 2, and it big JUPE drum kit. I'm gonna drop it soon. I'm gonna drop my free drum kit soon. The only thing I'm missing in there is probably the kicks. I don't think I didn't add any kicks to my drum kit yet. I'm gonna add some of my favorite ones I like to use, and I'm gonna throw them in there. But for the 808 pattern, I know y'all was kind of waiting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the melody in there, and I'm gonna mute the rest, so I can show you guys how this sounds. So basically, just use. This must be in the. It's coming to me. G sharp or A flat scale, minor scale. It just goes along with the kit. You know, you have to just, when you find your main keys, when you have that main root key, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if that one not hitting, you just go like 2 more. Like, that's honestly like a decent little trick if you guys don't really feel like doing all the music theory, you feel me? So yeah, that's basically the 808. It goes basically the same throughout the whole track. You can probably get the side chaining now since it's in the project. But that's basically the beat. There's my favorite, like a few of my favorite transitions in here, so you know, like I really add that tone. Put some tape delay, send it to a nice bus, and then I got it reversed right here. And that's on JUPE for a while. One of my favorite parts, one of my favorite things about this beat is that there's so much, like the loop has so much to go. Like there's so much it's doing, and it has some like a nice placement. But that's on JUPE for a while. I ain't gonna lie, that's on JUPE. That one was crazy.